This feels awkward. How can I fix this?
Any way you want. It's on an arm. Like, you can move it any way you feel. Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with it.
I could pull it?
Yep, you can pull it, you can twist it, you can bop it, you can smack it.
Okay. How about that?
What? Well, it's up to you.
Is this too loud?
We can no. It can't be too loud.
Lower?
I have control over your volume.
Is this better?
Lower, please.
Is this better?
Hey, everybody. I'm Dane Holland. And where do they go?
I am Austin Shazam Pfeiffer. And who's ready to play the game?
I am Richard the Rooster Laws, also known as Electric Man.
No.
Oh, that's what he gets for not being here.
Well, I had to take his spot.
I know you did.
Rooster? I was going to do the same thing anyway. I'm Austin Tiny Zent, and I'm also Electric Man, apparently.
And this is Nerd It Through the Grapevine, a podcast where four best friends gather weekly to talk about our favorite parts of past, present, and future nerd culture. And it feels like a celebrity's here.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you feel like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, you got to ask Tiny. He's the celebrity, right?
No, I'm talking about you.
Wow.
The rooster.
Yeah. It's because I'm an OG.
That's true.
It was.
You are.
because I
OG.
was- yeah.
Foundation.
Concrete. Just got out of rehab.
There at the beginning.
The band? Were you touring for a little while?
Yes.
Bartender, I was in the
Twice a week.
morning.
Twice a week.
What nerd topic have you brought? What do you want to talk
Well,
about?
I would like to hear everybody talk about it, but I would like to talk first.
Okay.
Please.
So I would like to know everybody's, what 3 games you love the most, right? No, that wasn't it.
What was it?
Are you
Tell
sure?
me what it was.
No, it was not that. So what I want to talk about is the first game you ever beat. The game that was like the most rewarding for you that you beat. And a video game that you never beat that you wish you would have.
Oh, man.
So we'll just take quick little turns right here and discuss a little bit about it. The first game that I ever beat, I'll never forget it, Mega Man X.
That's
Yeah.
a very difficult game to beat, isn't it?
Very difficult.
Sigma was not easy to beat on that game.
No, not at all. And what made it even better was the I didn't actually beat it the very first time I beat it. I shot him at the exact same moment that he shot me, and we both died. And so I went into that, and I was just like constantly exploding. And he was constantly bouncing up and down. And the initial line that popped up once you beat him just was stuck on the screen. And I couldn't go past it because the game glitched. So I had to restart the final fight again. And it took me like another hour after that because I was so mad.
Jeez.
Yeah. But I'll never forget it because like I almost beat it.
Yeah.
Like,
And
did
it
it
glitched.
did it actually save where you were in the game?
No.
Okay.
'Cause I think you had to go back to the beginning of the level if I remember correctly.
I believe so. I
Yeah.
mean, but at the same time, I don't remember that game having the option of saving progress. That
No,
was
you had
Super
lives.
Nintendo.
You had lives. Like you would get 3 lives in once you died, but you'd go back to the beginning of the level.
Oh, but you didn't have to restart, like
No,
do
no,
a
no,
cold
no.
start. You just press pause and restarted the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay, so that worked. So it wasn't a complete glitch. It was just kind
It
of
just wouldn't let me finish the game.
Do you think you would have remembered that game if that
No.
catastrophe hadn't happened?
No, because
No?
I can like sometimes I have nightmares of it. Like I sit there and I just see Sigma's head just.
I couldn't imagine.
It's the worst. What's the worst?
Tell us about your
I
father.
mean, I've read several of his books, and
Sigma?
it gets really deep into some weird places.
Sigma Freud?
Yeah, because he equates everything to coitus.
Like the Pokemon that's the shell
Yeah.
Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah, coitus.
Squirtle.
Dadgummit.
Gotta catch them all.
We brought Squirtle into this.
Going,
We always do.
gonna go to your Venusaur.
What was the second thing you said?
So the second one was the most rewarding game,
Okay.
right? So for me, that was Pepsi Man. That was an 8-year adventure of trying to beat this game because my buddy had bought it in California, and it was actually a Chinese version of the game that was ripped. And so you couldn't save it at all. You had one life, and it was a side scroller where you had to run through the town, and the Pepsis were going, the vending machines were going empty. So you had to run to the vending machines and fully stock them.
Was it a side scroller or was it a
technically
it's
forward
a forward
scroller.
scroller?
Forward scroller.
But the screen is what's moving.
Correct.
Like your
You're
character's
not moving. You can go
yeah.
side to side,
Right.
And you could jump and slide,
So
and
like
that was
a
it.
platformer.
That sounds like an excellent dance if anybody ever wants to ride it.
It's one of those auto runners
Yes.
that you're trying to avoid everything
Oh,
and run paths and
you
stuff,
had
and you have
one
to
life.
memorize.
One life, and that was it because the game wouldn't let you save, and you couldn't get any extra lives because something was weird about it, and it was all in Chinese too, so you didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
But man, I remember the night that I beat it. We stayed up. We bought like a case of Pepsi. Did nothing. I'm not joking.
I think it's illegal to drink anything else while you play Pepsi Man.
Only thing that was in English is like when you beat a level, it would go Pepsi Man, and then he'd pop up, and there'd be like passing Pepsis out to people at the vending machine.
It's like, I think it's legendary for being a difficult game, isn't
Oh,
it? Because
man.
it was so glitchy and the controls. It was so hard to beat because
Yes.
it was so terrible,
was
not because it
such a
was
bad
made
game.
to be a difficult
Now
game.
the superhero looked amazing.
Well,
Wow.
it's the thing in Nightmares also.
Yeah. Well,
It's just a skin suit with
Yes.
no face.
with a blue and silver stripe. And
Yeah.
a Pepsi logo. Like
So-
a Superman logo.
like a morph suit.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a morph suit, but it's a Pepsi man. And it's a big muscular man inside of a morph suit,
Massive. He's gonna be like 220.
and he's faceless.
Easily.
It's the thing of Nightmares.
Oh, I've got it. So his actual jingle for it was left and right, jump and slide. Pepsi Man, you cannot hide.
No.
And then he haunts your dreams forever.
How do you know if it was all in Chinese?
It could have
Actually,
been the
you know,
song.
I don't know what the song was other than it ended with Pepsi Man every time.
What's-
There's only 8 levels, I believe.
So
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine
Oh,
beating
it was
7 of them and
8
then
years.
dying.
What about
8
your
years.
What about your worst one?
So this is a game that I never beat.
Yeah.
But you wish you would
That
have,
I
right?
wish I made it so far in the game. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you. Final Fantasy X.
Mine is also going to be a Final Fantasy game.
Good. I hope
I'm
it's
not
not
going to tell
10.
you which one it is. No, it's not 10.
Don't tell me at all.
10 was
okay.
so
At all.
good.
Yeah.
I'm actually
10-2 was trash.
Didn't play 10-2.
10-2 was just a complete tease of itself the entire time.
I quit playing
Austin,
Final
do
Fantasy
you want
after
to say
10.
what it is? Because you're the only one that can say it right.
You said X2.
Final Fantasy X2 is hot, stinking, fecal garbage. I've not pulled that out. In a
yeah,
while.
we've not had that at
No.
Roost. You're bringing out all the best of us.
Told you, the OGs. You're welcome.
Og.
Og?
Yeah, the OGs.
Ogmon.
We're just cavemen
It's a
now.
Digimon.
Og.
Yeah.
Og.
So, yeah, you never. Why
No.
did you never? How far in it did you get? Do you even know?
You know, the last thing I remember is playing soccer underwater. So
Blitzball.
Blitzball.
Yeah.
No.
So
I
I've
don't
heard.
remember exactly how far I made it. I want to say I made it like a little over 20 hours, probably like 27, maybe 27, 28.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how long it takes. I'm sure it takes over 40 hours, I assume.
Yeah, just depends on what you do with it.
Yeah, depends.
Well, I played a lot of Blitzball.
Yeah.
I did the horrible thing, and I equipped the lure bracer to me, not realizing what it was, and I had that on me for like 3/4 of the game. So it took so much longer than it should have, because you take 2 steps, fight, take 2 more steps, fight.
But your experience points were through the
Oh
roof.
yeah,
Oh, he
Like,
was a
my
99
dude
before
was stacked.
anybody. I think I got the level like high 40s, low 50s, high 40s, I feel like.
Oh, I had my tree maxed out, bro.
Yeah, same. Never played another Final Fantasy after that,
How about that?
ever.
It's no Pepsi, man.
No.
Now, what was the first one?
First
again?
game you beat.
First game I beat would actually be Final Fantasy X.
Yes.
Oh,
You son of a...
I mean,
he finished
was-
your dream.
I
yeah.
know.
I
hate
mean,
him.
it was so good that I even cried at the end
It was pretty rough.
because, I'm not going to spoil it for you.
So I need to finish it.
You need to finish it because it
I
is
wonder
an
if my
amazing.
save is still there.
It's an amazing game.
You didn't want Titus and Luna to have to separate from each other.
Yeah.
You wanted them to be together forever. And they just wait.
I mean, my party was Oron, Yuna, and I rotated between the blue guy, which I cannot remember his name.
Pepsi Man.
Bluefus.
No, he was like he was like Beast from X-Men, and the witch chick.
I don't remember the witch.
No reason at all.
Is she the one with is she like Lulu or something like that? She's
Something like that.
Lola.
She was gothic.
Was it? Yeah, she was Lola Bunny. Different.
So that was the first one I ever beat. Then it was
Most rewarding.
one
Don't
I've
say
ever beat.
10.
No, it wasn't 10. I would say Fable.
Ooh.
Because, I mean, Fable is also an
The first
amazing...
one?
The first one, the third one. The second one was awful. I didn't finish that one. A lot of people thought the third one was bad. I don't know why. I thought it was pretty good.
I've heard the same thing about The Witcher.
I don't know.
I really want to beat that game, but I got stuck on a baby level. It's a demon baby. I think it's the first little like difficult fight you face.
Can babies beat
and I
demons?
couldn't beat it. Yeah, easily. If
Really?
you're in the Witcher world,
Duh.
yeah.
Shows what I know.
And sometimes babies can be fairies. They're
Yeah.
traded from the other realm.
All kinds of babies. Babies are cool, man.
All right, well,
And then the one that I haven't beat
that you wish you
that
could
I
have.
wish I had beat, I'd say Dark Souls.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, even though I hate the game,
Oh, how many controllers did you break?
none, because I don't throw my controllers.
No?
Now, did I want to throw my controller? Yes. It took me 4.5 hours to beat the introduction boss.
Yeah.
And just when I thought I beat him one time, he turns into what I can only describe as a cancer dragon. And so there was many expletives when I realized that I have to do this yet again because he's not defeated yet. He's still there. And then that was like 2 more hours. And then when he finally died, I felt like I accomplished something. And so I quit. And then I didn't play it again until I jumped in with some friends for like an hour. And I don't know. I just feel like I'd feel very accomplished if I actually beat it. Yeah, that's my 3.
That's good.
Even though I still hate the game.
Well,
It's too hard. I'm sorry.
My first game I ever beat that I remember is Mass Effect 1.
oh,
Because my attention span was very short growing up. And most games I played, actually wrong. I think Pokemon. Pokemon Red or Blue. No, Pokemon Blue. Pokemon Blue was the first game I ever beat on the Game Boy. But, so yeah, I guess that has to be my first answer.
has to.
Has
You
to be
can't cheat.
Pokemon, yeah.
You can't lie.
Because
You can't steal.
See, now you can go online and you can see the best Pokemon to get, the ones that are broken, and how to beat the game
You can have it
easily
mapped
and the
out.
quickest way you can do it. Yeah, you don't really find things out yourself. You can, and that's the way I'm playing the new Pokemon game. I just see a Pokemon. If it looks really cool, I catch it and I make it mine, and it's my best friend ever. But there's some like many people. I'm sorry. I mean, my best digital friend.
You
Best digital friend.
refused
Digimon.
to evolve your lightning corgi.
He was a lightning corgi in the new game, and I refused to let him evolve because he becomes a Shiba Inu, which is also a very cute dog. Not as cute as my new Aussie Doodle. Hello, William.
I
If
love
you're out there
him.
listening, I know you are. Bark, bark, grr, grr, meow, meow.
Not even my damn dog, and I'd take a bullet for him.
Yep, it's true. So yes, okay, we're gonna have to go Pokemon Blue for
You
that.
have to.
I didn't even realize that, and then I'm gonna go most rewarding Mass Effect, the trilogy. How about that?
Oh.
Because I played them all back to back to back because I didn't get into them until Mass Effect 3 came out, and somebody was going crazy about how good of a game that is. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna play that series, I'm gonna do it right. So I read the books in between all the games. So there's a book before Mass Effect 1 and then a book in between each game after that. Except for the 4th book, hot, stinking fecal garbage. It's terrible. They changed from Drew Karpyshyn, the original author for it. They
Great
changed.
art.
Great author.
Great.
Wonderful. They changed authors to it, and you 2 chapters into the 4th book, and you're like, this is not right.
2 chapters into the book, they changed the author?
No, 2 chapters into the book, you realize this is terrible. Like the way it's written, the dialogue, every part of it is so bad. But anyway, so yeah, Mass Effect trilogy, most rewarding for me. Absolutely love that whole thing, except for the final part of the 3rd game. Awful. So bad. Because they make you believe the entire time you're playing it that your decisions matter, that you can change the outcome of the game. And if the lesson in the game was no matter what you do in the end, it doesn't matter, this is inevitable, that's one thing. That's oh man, yeah, you got me. That's deep. But instead, it's, yeah, you made something different happen, and it just shows a different colored cutscene for the end of the game.
What was your favorite color?
That's all that it is. My favorite color in general?
No.
Blue is the one I go most back to. I don't even remember, man. It was just not memorable at all. It was just disappointing. There is a moment about, I don't know, I would say 20 minutes before the end of the game that happens that if it were the end of the game, like that's the part that made me tear up, Tiny. I cried at this moment in the end of Mass Effect 3. Don't want to spoil it, even though it's an old game, but spoilers, why give them? Spoiler. But there's actually, no, I will spoil it. So anybody in here going to play Mass Effect 3?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Spoilers coming, so get ready. There is a moment where the main character and a captain that he has been with for a long time, they have just gone through this epic fight, and they're sitting in front of this large window that's looking out into space. And as you're sitting there talking back and forth with your captain, this captain that you've been working with, I think it was a captain or a general, but anyway, your character just kind of keeps talking, and then you look over, and the one you've been with for so long that's been a part of all these missions with you, he has died, like his head like just on your shoulder, like, so you've been talking to him after he's gone, and then your character just kind of like looks out and then slowly like moves his head over to like die next to him. And I was like, and then you see one of the giant Harbinger machines like fly, the main villains in the game like fly off in space. And it is like that moment I teared up, and I was like, man, like if this is the end, if everything I've worked for ends here and it's still going to happen, that's still like, that's epic.
That's good.
That's epic.
That's
it
good,
hurts.
yeah.
It hurts, but you feel something.
feel it.
As long as you feel something, like that's
Yeah.
what made it matter. And then, but yeah, and then they ruined the end of it. So for me, that's the end of that game, and I loved it. Game I never beat, Final Fantasy VII. There was a demon wall in that game, and as a kid, I didn't have the right mindset to beat that game. So I got to this demon wall, and it beat me so many times I quit playing it. And then 12 years later, I beat the demon wall, and I quit playing the game because for me,
That was the
end of the game.
You know, they remade it.
They did,
You
and I
can
will
play it
play
now.
that one day.
I think that my first game that I beat was on smacking it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Daddy.
So it's going to be the Nintendo 64. It's called Maximo Guts to Glory. It is a Spartan-style character that you're piloting around, like not piloting, but just maneuvering around all these different landscapes and graveyards. And he's having to fight a horde of the undead. So he's
A hack and slash?
it's a hack and slash.
I
where
think
you're
I
fighting.
remember this game.
And it was really cool. And for the day, it was very well made. I mean, you had like benefits that you get from the Grim Reaper because he's the one who brought you back
Ben
from
Affleck?
death.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
Ben
He's
Affleck?
the
Yeah.
Reaper?
No, Ben Affleck.
Oh, I heard Ben Affleck.
Oh, you weren't listening very well.
I wasn't.
It's okay. You only have headphones on. So, you know how you can talk to somebody and make eye contact and carry on a good conversation because you're listening really well?
What?
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. But that was fun to beat. That was the first one I ever actually beat because I'm not very good with attention span stuff. So once it gets like towards the very end of the game and it's like, okay, I can beat this, I most of the time just don't. Just because it's, I don't know, it's like it's over now. The most rewarding game that I ever beat was Bloodborne.
Not Hades?
Not
I thought it would be Hades.
I thought it would be
also.
Hades.
You don't beat
You
Hades.
beat Hades.
Okay, I did the final ending of Hades. I don't think a roguelike game like Hades you can actually beat, heavy quotations. You can, unless you're like holding world records on stuff, you didn't actually, heavy quotations, beat Hades.
Okay.
But yeah.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne. Oh man. Bloodborne, I got so intense into Bloodborne that I sat in an inappropriate way on Dane's couch whenever he lived at a different location, but we called it GFP, stood for Granny's Palace.
It was.
But hold on, wait. We have to figure why.
Well,
Why?
Well,
you see,
it was on.
Austin.
It
Did
was,
people make passionate, sweet love with grandmothers there?
no, you got to think because it was a friend of ours' grandmother's house, and she owned it, and it was like an extra family house. So they kind of came up with this idea that it was actually where she would go and have her parties.
yes, and it originally came. It was me and my good friend Chum. We had lived together, and one day we needed to borrow his dad's vehicle. So we said, "Hey, Dad, can we borrow your wagon?" Which he found to be hilarious. And so then we later named the house Granny's Fuck Palace, GFP. It's wonderful.
But I sat on the couch there and sat in such an awkward position and chewed my lips at the same time so bad while I was playing that game that I woke up the next morning and my feet didn't work right because of the circulation I'd cut off for sitting in the same position for so long. And my lips were both swollen like I had an allergic reaction because I'd sucked all the blood out of them. So, it was intense. But
Bloodborne. I get
beating that...
It makes sense now, doesn't it?
Beating that game just filled me with so much just joy because it was like blood, sweat, and tears kind of thing. And
Bloodborne, I get it.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears.
I like
And
this.
Pleasures.
The game that I never got to beat that I wish I had beaten was The Lion King on the Super Nintendo.
Why do you have to
Such a
bring that
hard
game
game.
up? No joke.
I'm just saying I don't
That-
know what it's like to face Scar. I never got to Scar on that game.
Do you remember jumping on the stuff's head though?
Yeah.
Was it the hyenas?
Yeah, and you had
Right.
and you couldn't beat any of the hyenas like face to face whenever you're baby Simba, but when you're grown up Simba, you're walking through like
You just roar at them.
thwack, thwack, thwack. Yeah, you roar at them to weaken them, and you can jump and like do a multi thwack, and then if you can do a low thwack, those are all with your claws instead of just your baby paw like before.
There's the next remake we need.
Yeah,
Lion King.
Lion King.
But it's the live version remake.
Oh, that's awesome. As long as it's
You're
not got
welcome.
that bad version. And I don't want to say things about Bianchi, but that version of Can You Feel the Love Tonight was inferior to the one that was in the original movie.
I mean, come on, man. It was Elton John.
I'm just
you know
saying.
it's going to be that good.
I was about to say, it's a
Elton
bad
John's
comparison.
the best one that it could possibly be.
Yeah, the best one there could possibly be. So the thing is,
I have another question.
okay, what is it?
Okay. So this was your granny, right, Dane?
No.
Okay. Was she hot?
And this impossible to answer question brings me to my topic. And my topic is going to be based upon a number draw system. And that number draw system is going to be random. And you are going to say 60 seconds from now what your hero's name is and what its superpower is going to be. You have 60 seconds to decide what your hero's name is and what superpower it has.
Real hero?
Yeah, you're making a hero. It's something you're just making now. It's the timer is starting in 3, 2, go. Yep, now you're making your own hero. Everybody's making their own hero now. So what happens is here, you're making your own hero, and you have to determine what your hero's name is and what power it has. You're 18 seconds in now, so you're going to have this hero taken care of most likely at this point. Has everybody got an idea of what their hero is going to be? Because you're 30 seconds in right about now.
Yeah, I've got it.
You pretty much got it handled. Everybody,
Yeah.
you can tag out before the 60 seconds is up because you're going to just have that hero and what your power is going to be. That's all you're going to need. So you've got 40 seconds is passed now. So you're going to have to wait till the very end before you say everything. You know what you're going to be doing, Tiny? Is that what you're going to have? You're going to have your hero finished and you got it ready? All right, we're sitting right at 50 seconds now. So Dane's going to have to figure out
I'm
what
getting
his
nervous.
hero's going to be. Does
I'm ready.
he know what it is?
I've got it.
All right, everybody's ready now. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop the clock. We did it in 55 seconds.
Good job, everybody.
All right. What we have here is going to be a game. And this game is going to be just a practice game for your D&D style RPGs or other styles of RPGs that don't exactly have the same kind of rolling systems and everything else. But this is something that a lot of D&D players would benefit from. And this is kind of a yes and. But I want everybody to tell me their heroes, please.
Hold on, but what's the numbers for?
I will tell you later when it's
Oh,
up.
okay.
You know, it's on
Who
an
goes
even-
first?
I don't know who's on second.
My hero's name is Secondhand.
Second hand.
because he wishes he could stop time because that was very anxiety-inducing with the time running out to where I couldn't make a decision well enough. So I wish I would have had a hero to stop you from doing what you just did to me.
Okay. Well,
He's a time wizard.
that's fantastic. Okay. That actually is fairly cool based on some of the things I've already written down.
Okay, so now do I do anything yet?
You can just look at your number. You're not going to know what it means yet.
Do I pull a number or do I say the name first?
What's your name of your hero?
Martial Laws.
Of course. What? What's his superpower?
I'm really good at karate.
Is that a superpower, though?
Yes. He's really good,
If your martial laws, it is.
He's
Tiny,
really good at
What's your
karate.
superhero's name and power?
Nightmare.
What's its power?
Shape-shifting.
Into a horse?
Scary things.
Night
I'm going to have to hold
horse.
that because my hand's huge.
Because you're the nightmare.
See, do we say our numbers out loud?
No,
No.
no.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a yes and comedy.
My number's
That's-
a U.
That's an actual not yes and comedy. I'm going to take your character into consideration, and for whatever number you have drawn, this is going to be your scenario. And you've got to respond to your scenario. What would your character do in response to this scenario?
So
Okay.
are you not participating?
I'm not. This is.
He is the narrator.
I'm the narrator of this story.
So
The
you're,
DM.
you're the
So-
DM.
I am the DM. The
dungeon mommy.
the doodle master. The number that is going to be drawn first is going to Rooster, since he is being welcomed back again today.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
So, Rooster, what number did you draw?
4.
You drew number 4.
Martial Laws is ready for anything.
Martial Laws, that's really good at karate, drew number 4. Number 4 says, you wake up with what you think is a stiff back. You walk into the bathroom to pee, only to realize when you remove your underwear that you have gone full Ken doll. What do you do? That one was submitted. That one was submitted by Matt on our Discord server. So
Number
I'm
one
glad
raisin.
that's our number one raisin. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, I've prepped for this earlier with that picture.
I thought you meant for your whole life. You prepped for this moment.
I've been ready. So I think I have a stiff back. Turns out I've lost my stiffy.
It just moved.
You've gone full Ken doll.
How would Martial Laws react?
I don't know. How would he? You
Well-
know? What was this good karate going to do for you now?
I would have to go find my crime fighting partner, the Archangel,
Okay.
and I would ask him if he has went full Kendall as well.
Has he?
No.
So what,
No.
so what have you found out about your the rest of your life now? You're just going to have that Ken doll
I'm going to
down
be
there.
a Kendall the rest of my life.
Are your socks on or off for this situation?
I have one sock on right now.
He is full Ken doll.
I don't approve.
Man. So I've got blonde hair, blue eyes,
And a smooth pelvic area.
but I have a six-pack. Right? Pretty well chiseled chest.
I'm guessing you look down and from the neck down, right?
Yeah.
Kendall?
Does
Okay.
he still have a fupa? Or no?
No, I don't think I've ever seen a Kendall with one.
No, that's not as realistic as you'd need Ken dolls to be to represent the modern man.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah. So am I like plastic?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that's up to you. What do you think?
No.
Because you would wake up and be
If
plastic.
I've already
and you would-
lost one thing, I don't want to be plastic on
Yeah.
top of that.
Yeah, so
That
maybe
could
you're
lead
just,
to a lot of issues.
maybe you're just really stiff, but not in any other
No.
ways you need to be.
Right. Just in
When
my
you
back.
first wake up in the morning, yeah, just your back's all
The only
stiff.
thing that can get stiff is my back and my arms and legs. No third legs.
Yeah. So
Man,
so
I
you-
would have to like go hardcore into this crime fighting scene because I would never get laid again.
exactly that would make you a better hero because you would never have to lust after any of those beautiful women throwing themselves at your
Yeah.
character martial laws that knows karate.
But
I would call myself Martial Moral Laws from that point on.
Oh my gosh, that sounds
that's
fantastic!
good.
Yeah.
So it's a development that's furthering your hero because of this course of action.
I would also become Christian.
There you go.
your character
Martial
would
laws.
instead of Mormon.
No. Had to
Oh,
drop
sorry,
that.
we never established
Too
that.
many wives. Remember?
Oh yeah, that wouldn't suit him.
Well, also, is it just the front that's Ken doll, or is it the back too?
I think it's full Ken doll.
Has his cheeks fused to where it's just a slight crevice?
You would never know just because Marshall's rear is already that tight.
It's true.
He does squats.
There's so much karate.
Yeah.
His butt cheeks are so firm and so strong that you can't even see the crack anymore.
I didn't even notice that they were.
Does he still have access to his dirt button for relieving himself that way?
No.
Of course he does, and he wipes his butt with his own butt. Like he's got abs back there that flex so well that
butt abs. You
Yeah.
know.
And like
Yeah, your
squeegees
babs.
it out.
I'm like the most
Okay.
chiseled Ken doll ever.
So Marshall Laws that knows karate wakes up and he's full Ken doll down there. So he dumps all women forever and he decides to become more religious
and I'm Marshall
fight crime.
Moral Laws.
And he fights crime heavier because he has no other temptation.
The
Fantastic.
MML.
Next, that's going to be Tiny.
Hold on, I want to do this first. Now it's canon.
Now it's canon.
Oh,
Okay, good.
fantastic.
Okay.
Tiny, what was your character's name again?
Nightmare.
And Nightmare is a shapeshifter.
Yes.
What's your number?
You.
Can I see that number?
Does look just like a U. My guess on numbers, and I'm very familiar.
There was another fold.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
If you fold
wrong.
if you fold the number 3 in half, it looks like a U.
That's 2/3.
Yours is number 3.
I wish it was you.
This is pretty funny. So Nightmare, the shapeshifter, you're approached by a man dressed in ICP Hatchet Man attire from head to toe. He asks you, "Want to go clown?" He raises his pierced eyebrow. What will you do?
Obviously, I look at the Juggalo because that's what those people are called. And,
You can't make assumptions.
Well, no, I mean that
He might just really like ICP. He might not have
Yeah.
full-fledged.
Well, what Nightmare would do, which Nightmare is me, so I'm going to say me.
Yes.
I would immediately shapeshift into another Juggalo because where two Juggalos are, they're family. And I would say, whoop, whoop, ninja.
Oh,
Because
man.
that is also a Juggalo phrase.
That's awesome. And would you have any Fago with you at that time?
Well, I don't know if I can. That would be, apparating things.
Yeah, that's not within your power.
It's not within my power scheme, but
I'm glad for you throttling yourself back. Since I'm running this joint, you have a Fago now.
Oh, let him throttle
no,
himself.
thank you. Because I would,
you can't
I
anymore.
would say, let's go get some Fago. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, that sounds. That's perfect.
And it would either be a red pop or a cotton candy because those are the two best flavors.
What's it matter? They don't even drink them. They just
Also
spray them
rock
on
and
each
ride.
other.
Did you
Wait
say
a minute.
Look,
There's a cotton
yes.
candy flavored soda?
Yes.
Why?
Sugar water.
It's
sugar.
delicious.
Water.
It's the sugariest sugar drink you can ever sugar.
I don't know. There's root beer flavored vape juice flavored root beer. So,
Are you talking
Wait
about
a
Prohibition?
like
There's what?
there's root beer flavored
Oh,
root beer.
yeah.
No.
Put
No.
periods in
No.
there. Put
Root beer flavored vape juice.
Period.
Flavored root beer.
Yes, there it is. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
The root beer itself is root beer flavored vape juice flavor.
Basically, you drink a glass of it, you cross dimensions to where you meet those aliens beings that are just us from a different timeline that have crossed over.
You know how they say we're all aliens beings.
So Nightmare, the shapeshifter, would become a juggalo, and where
good answer.
two juggalos are together, they are family.
Yes.
That's better than Olive Garden, baby. What's the next one here? That's
You know what
gonna
else
be-
is good at
that's
the
gonna
Olive
be-
Garden? We talked about that too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, this next topic is brought to you by Bath and Body Works Room Spray. Bath and Body Works Room Spray. What you trying to hide? Dane, what's your number? 5. Oh,
I'm not Dane. I am Secondhand, the Time Wizard.
Secondhand, the Time Wizard. This one is from Betty Boom from Nightmare Town Podcast. She submitted it on our Discord. It says, "For the sake of a loved one's life, you are pitted against a well-known bandit in a battle of wits. You're playing a card game where your power is how well you can cheat."
Oh, baby.
So what will you do?
I'm the secondhand wizard.
Exactly. How you going?
I cheat in every card game I ever play
It worked out in your favor
because I'm
didn't
not
it?
a superhero. I'm just me. I'm just the wizard.
Yeah,
So any card game, that's probably how I've gained my wealth.
most likely.
That is
Through cheating
scamming
at
people.
games? Wait a
Yes,
minute, you're
cheating out
wealthy?
of card games. Yes. Oh, secondhand's very wealthy. Rooster, let me give you the full backstory of the character I created in 55 seconds. You see, he lives in a mansion because he grew up with nothing, okay? He grew up in the Hour Tower, all right, to where his father was the Hour Hand, okay? Hour Hand was this wizard who used all of the people's consciousness in a way to control time itself. Hour Hand. So OUR, it's a play on words. So he trapped me in the Hour Tower, right? So he wants me to do his bidding as, the Hour Master. But I'm not going to be the Hour Master. I just want to take things 1 second at a time. So I am secondhand. So that makes me the secondhand wizard. See, I lay low. If I go too much, see, my father's still around. The Hour Master's still around, so I don't want to do that. I don't want him to notice me too much. So that's where I go around and I just cheat in all these card games and I gain my wealth. It's where I'm building my own tower to where it will rival his. And one day I will overtake him.
So it turns out that worked out perfectly for your character, being that he has time manipulation. I'm going to go on and I'm going to throw out 2 more that are here because I was going to exclude them, but
Can I just say that martial moral laws does not agree with secondhand in any way, shape, or form now?
that's understandable.
But would you know, like, he can just manipulate your thoughts to the
I'm
point where you
moral.
don't know
Of course I
anymore.
know.
No, he goes
I can
back in
tell.
time to when you can tell and makes it so you can't tell.
This is going to be for Nightmare. I think Nightmare needs to answer this one. This will be real quick. Just give me something quick. First thing that pops up. This is from my wife.
Well,
She put some dedication into this. She got into it. It says you're sitting in the doctor's office lobby waiting for your name to be called. The lady next to you is sitting with her grandmother. The grandmother asks to take you to the lake house for the weekend. Just you and her for the entire weekend, including whatever desires benefit her. The catch is she's a millionaire and wants someone to pamper, but you have to pamper her as well. What will you do?
Well, I asked her, first of all, are you a widow?
Doesn't matter.
Well,
You're
because
the DM
I
here,
would,
is she?
is she a widow?
Doesn't matter.
I want to
This
roll
is
an
a-
insight check to see if she's a
This
widow.
is Ashley Madison.
Okay,
hookup, so.
let's say she is a singled widow multimillionaire, and she asks you to come and pamper her, and she'll pamper you.
Okay.
But she didn't get her money from the dead husband. No, she was the moneymaker.
She worked hard for her money,
Well, see,
and
it's
you
not
better
about
treat
the
her
money.
right.
Right.
My question is, because I'm getting to a point here.
I wish I had a point.
Does she really miss her husband?
I don't think that's ever been. Are you going to take his shape and form?
If that's what she wants, that's what I would do.
Oh my goodness!
Give her one last ride.
What a man!
Oh my gosh,
What a man!
that's better than yeah.
so good of you.
That's awesome. That's
very
good.
good.
She hated her ex-husband.
Okay, then I wouldn't take his shape.
All right, next one. What are you going to do?
Okay, well, I mean, I would take the shape most pleasing to her because obviously I want her to have a really good time and me have a really good time.
Understood.
And to get the maximum benefit out of this.
Here's the catch: you are the perfect form already.
Ooh, then hey, I'm like, let's go. Saddle up, baby.
But I think that would suck to be a transformative style character because I've got a little bit of that body dysmorphia thing to where I don't see what's actually in the mirror. I always want to see different than what's there.
I also give her the Shocktober surprise.
Of course you did. Of course
What-
you
you
did.
don't even know what
it-
that is.
I don't
Do I
even
wanna-
care, but that's something that.
Well,
And the other one would
It's where
be.
you increase 2 inches at the end.
Oh my gosh! So now the best one for
shocking.
and this was the time travel character. I was hoping that it would receive this one just because you mentioned you had time manipulation, but this one was from the real Marcus. I am Electric Man Whitaker,
What?
yeah,
and
the
he
true.
and he said,
But
you
we
can
are electric men.
He said you can travel through time, but every 30 minutes traveled, you have to sacrifice a human being.
Ooh,
That's not moral.
So
no, it isn't.
no, but you know, if you've got that kind of time manipulation, exactly what could you prevent and how many people would have to be sacrificed and how many would you save in result of that sacrifice you made to go back? So it'd be good close to a bad event, but you can't go back to Hitler's time and try to stop him from stuff because you'd kill just as many people having to go back that many times in 30-minute increments.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be a good dilemma for a real hero to have to go through. But like I said, second hand's no hero.
Of course.
Second hand does what he has to do to overtake his father, okay? Our hand. And second hand will overtake our hand any means necessary. So
That also adds another layer to why your name is secondhand, because people die secondhand to your traveling.
to my vape smoke, because everyone knows secondhand vape smoke is just as dangerous as smoking firsthand. The
Don't
more
vape.
you know.
Don't
Yeah.
vape.
That's why this next segment is brought to us by Marlboro. Marlboro. Trade in your miles, you'll get a hat. You don't know me from the mango. But yeah, that's my topic. I just figured it'd be a fun little playthrough, just kind of like a little bit of.
I like that. That was
That's
good.
It was good.
And if you can have a fun time with your friends doing something like
I
that.
didn't have fun. I
just
lost my
like-
dick. So it's
And it wasn't even an unfortunate smelting accident.
throw
It
this
was,
out there.
I lost my Vinky in an unfortunate smelting accident. No, it was just you woke up and you were a Ken doll
I'm just
downstairs.
done.
Ooh, I wonder if it was like really plasticky and you know the old.
I like to think I did karate too hard.
And you just like, oh baby,
You chopped the wood a little
Yeah.
bit too quick one time.
I'm as hard as plastic down there, baby.
Well, see, martial moral laws
Thank you.
at this point would have no need for a bathroom at that point, right? Did we pretty much decide that?
Yeah, wouldn't
Which
need it at all.
brings me to my topic: bathrooms. Mm-hmm. Superheroes. Okay, a lot of people point out that in most movies, people don't go to the bathroom. They don't show that part because most of the time, unless you're in a foggy mirror and you the fog away, and then there's a bad man with a knife behind you, or you open the medicine cabinet mirror and there's the bad man with a knife behind you. So if you're in a situation where there's no bad man with a knife behind you and you need to go to the restroom, when do they show it? Never. So in the world of superheroes, I want to know what their bathrooms look like because we've never seen them.
I would imagine that Soups would just fly into space, just drop a massive Kryptonian trowel up there.
That's what asteroids are.
And they would come down to Earth, and they would either number one burn up in Earth's atmosphere on their way to re-entry, or they would make landfall and do damage, and people would blame it on actual meteors.
Would that be brown kryptonite?
I believe that would be something along those lines. Yeah, brown
I
kryptonite.
bet you Batman's bathroom is the Bat-hroom.
Hey, okay. Yes, now I want to know what's in the Bat-hroom though.
A cave.
Another cave inside of the cave. Or maybe is that just Bruce Wayne's? Just to try to throw people off like it's just a misprint.
There's no way I'm Batman because
Yeah, just go ahead and go to the Bat-hroom. You'll never notice. And the people are just like, for a billionaire, why does he keep buying those cheap signs that are misprinted? They just it's just another completely.
He's grinning. He's just.
They'll never know.
what does Batman's bathroom look like?
No.
What all does he have in
So,
it? I know it's in a cave.
It's
yes.
a cave, right?
Right.
And the actual toilet is a cave hole. And we don't know. It's a bottomless one. So we don't
Okay.
know what's at the bottom.
Isn't
I bet
that
there's a
technically a sinkhole
No.
at that point?
Not in the cave.
Cave hole.
That's
Cave
where he
hole.
washes his hands.
In the sinkhole.
Yeah.
And being that caves are formed most of the time through the flowing of water through
Bingo.
a landscape.
Bingo.
If it falls down the infinite hole,
The
infant
well,
hole.
I'm not going to
no.
smack my mouth on
Batman
that one.
has an infant hole where he throws all the children down.
Great.
Now he's evil.
My parents died.
Moral martial
You're an
laws is going to
orphan.
come kick Batman's ass.
This life sucks. Down the hole you go, Batman.
Well, we've got Batman's Bat-hroom figured out.
Bat-hroom's done.
So wait, does he just have a hole that goes all the way to the bottom of the cave? Because I was just trying
There's
to
no bottom. We just discussed this. It's
We
infinite.
don't know where it goes.
just an infinite hole.
It's just a hole.
Well, the problem is the Earth, as we all know,
It's a flat surface.
yes, but in the middle of the plate that we all live upon, there's a chewy molten core. So the hole would have to pass through that or to that,
At some
which
point.
would allow
It'd evaporate.
the Batarang to burn up and become one with the nougat of the planet.
And that's how we get grass.
Yep.
Well, see, this is poetic because both Superman and Batman have dukers that are like engulfed by heat and flame
Dukers?
on their way. Yeah, dukers. When you drop a duker,
You know, like when you have to go take a duke.
when you're slamming home a twofer.
Yeah.
yeah, taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, as they would say classically.
Yeah,
I don't get any of those.
that's fine.
Yeah, taking a
You
big
don't
old
have to.
shit.
Okay. So I feel like Martial Moral Law's bathroom.
Oh,
I feel like he's evolved past the point of needing one.
okay.
Yeah, because there's
So
no point.
There's no point. But he goes into a special room that he has built where the bathroom used to be.
And it's a
And
meditation
he goes
room.
through an intense process where he reabsorbs all the waste products that his body has produced. And that's what makes him stronger
And
more flat in front.
And let's not forget, since he is completely solid, rock hard plastic downstairs,
Yeah.
Martial Moral Laws now has to keep himself sanitary and clean down there. And he's got one of those old school skating rink wheel washers that you used to pay a quarter. And so he has it propped up on a table inside of his bathroom, and he just drops it down like a testacuzzi. He drops it down like a testacuzzi, and he just ring.
I was about to say, I could do that. You know those little polishers?
That's probably the only way he receives pleasure anymore.
Martial Moral Laws doesn't need pleasure.
I mean, it. Hold on. It's not amoral to feel good.
he's self.
I mean, it's not a sexual pleasure.
No.
But he feels good that he's clean and polished to a magnificent sheen.
and he's self-actualizing to the point to where his body can't actually do what it used to as far as pleasure goes. But then he gets a case of the sneezes, and things get real messy. It's got to go out
Instantly.
somewhere.
Yeah, that's true, though.
I was thinking, like, you know, kind of Shazam kind of sucks if you think about just like what kind of bathroom is he going to use, just because Billy just goes to the bathroom.
Just as a
Billy's
boy.
just a boy.
I bet
he goes to the bathroom.
I bet there's one superhero who would have a worse bathroom. The Flash.
Oh man, the calories that
Wouldn't
boy's
need
going
anything.
through.
I mean, he wouldn't need any type of a bathroom. Just done.
Or his body might actually absorb so much of the nutrients that he puts into it because of his accelerated metabolism
That he never does.
He wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. And also, when in Shazam form, Billy does not require any kind of sustenance from either air, nor liquid, nor food. So he is invulnerable and invincible to a certain aspect. So he doesn't even need a bathroom.
I feel like the Flash probably runs so fast that instead of pushing the fecal matter from his bungus, he just runs off of it.
It seeps through
It
his pores.
stays in place.
Yeah, it
and
stays
he moves away
and
from
he
it.
moves away from it.
So he
Snort.
So it's the Flash.
Don't snort shit. It's not a good idea.
It's not a line of dookie. It's a line of Flash runoff.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
That's what he's going to refer to it as runoff.
A flash flood.
Should be like peeling back one of those ices, those frozen ices. He kind of just,
The Flintstone ones?
yeah.
I was
Oh,
thinking fudge
no.
pop, but you know.
Fudge Pops.
See,
those are good.
I
You don't want
mentioned-
to talk about fudge pops and bathrooms at the same time. That's not a good combo.
I had mentioned this topic to Carly before, and she made a very good point for a hero that probably has one of the best bathroom scenarios, and that would be Ant-Man. Because Ant-Man can just shrink down and let it go anywhere and then pop right back up. So his dookies are like the tiniest little bitties.
Oh, it's like the booger corner, but for dudes.
Exactly. Imagine having the tiniest little bug you pick out of your nose, and that's like a massive Taco Bell coffee night, like for him.
I don't drink coffee.
Taco Bell? You're a Taco Bell man.
I like
I know that
Taco
for
Bell.
sure. You've been there. You've been to that hellscape.
Never.
It'd be horrible if he pooped like full size logs as a tiny ant person.
Oh, no.
like Quantum Dukes.
Yeah.
Wonder-
it just like it just appears.
Oh,
my God,
no.
where'd that come
That would
from?
kill him.
What
he
if-
would die.
What if
Maybe
he did
that's
it
how
as
Ant-Man
Giant
dies.
Man though?
Oh man! What if he had a malfunction in his suit mid right?
Oh man!
Like he had some race home from Starbucks gonna lift you off the seat with the pressure Dukes, and just as soon as he was about to release from the back there,
hits the button.
his suit malfunctions.
Yeah.
And he just releases just what they call it a rolling brownout actually, and they don't know how to explain it.
A rolling brownout.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I feel like this topic was very on brand for us, involving, Dookie and bathrooms, which is pretty much our humor spot on.
Yeah, nerd stuff and farts.
And I feel like it was quite informative.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Well, because
Almost-
all of this is canon.
Ooh. That topic was so informative, almost as informative as the descriptions on Steam of the games that you play.
Oh.
Because I downloaded a game the other day called Breeders of the Nephilim. Okay,
I know about
what
Nephilim.
I skimmed through it, so I didn't really read the description, and I thought it was a character creation sandbox, and also like breeding different creatures that you capture to achieve certain traits.
Kind of like an arc that you've played a lot.
Yeah, kind
right?
of like Ark or Pocket Men, but more Arkish, because you run around, you got to catch them all, because there's different types.
Right.
They're blending of humans and animals. Like there's a cow person, there's a fox person, there's a bee person.
They're
And
all
then-
people.
Yeah, they're all people. And it was a free game. It was completely free because I was looking at the sales, and then I loaded up, and I spent like 20 minutes making the perfect character, and I'm like, I want to play a girl because why not? And so I made
Attaboy.
her, and she was awesome. She was kind of purple. She was stacked because that's what you do. And
Well, duh.
I begin to play, and I talk to the first person, and the dialogue is kind of weird. And then when I go to capture the first creature, I realize I can see genitals.
No.
Wait a
And
minute.
all the creatures begin like having sex with one another. But that's
What?
not my topic. My actual topic
I wanted to talk about these Nephilim. This is
I'll show you later. My actual topic is your superhero mobile. Like if you was gonna make a super car for your superhero, what would it be?
pre Ken doll experience or post Ken doll experience?
No, you as a person, you're not a superhero.
Oh.
But you're gonna make a superhero style vehicle.
A superhero style vehicle that fits us better. Like
Yes.
us as
Okay,
people.
so a 2009 Subaru Baja.
What color?
What features would you put on? Would you include?
Stock,
in this?
baby, just the way it comes. It's a car. It's a truck. It's a Subaru. It's everything you've ever wanted in a vehicle. Subaru. Go find one and drive it. Subaru. Today. Brought to you by Subaru. Coming at you on the Nerd Boys podcast. That's Subaru for you. Go find one. Drive it today. Because it's Subaru week. Come get it. Let's drive. On the Nerd Boys. Back to you, Tiny.
Okay, so Rooster, what would your supermobile be?
So
I want a good one, please.
yeah. So I've been thinking about this now. I didn't get much time to think because
Because all the Subaru in.
there's a lot of
Brought to you by
there's a-
Chevy.
There's a lot to get in there.
Yeah.
A lot to get. All right. So I would take my Bronco right now.
It's
What?
so sexy.
It's a nice Bronco, right?
Yeah.
But I would elongate
She's
it.
got a nice tail and a gorgeous mane.
I want to elongate it.
So a long horse.
I want to add 10 feet to it.
Whoa.
In addition or 10 feet in total?
No, in addition.
So you're talking, so it's like what, about 10,
It's a good
12
12.
feet long?
It's a good 12.
So you're looking at a 22-foot horse.
Yeah.
That's a limousine.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Do you
But-
think there's a magazine about limousines called Limousine?
Called limos.
I feel like it's missing a golden
No,
opportunity.
LI-MO''S.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Weird.
Anyway, sorry.
No. So I want a 20-foot Bronco, right?
You want a Bronco zine?
No. I only want it to seat 4 people.
Would you call it the Bronc Bro?
The Bronc Bro? No.
Okay.
I'm not a brony.
Or
no.
could you be like the Bronc Throw because you could actually throw frisbees inside of it?
No frisbees.
Okay.
The back, like the extra 10 feet, is full of 4 kayaks.
Okay.
I want 4 kayaks, 4 seats, 4 kayaks.
Okay.
Okay. Then I want it to be slightly wider, at about 4 feet width.
So ultra wide body.
So it
Yeah.
it couldn't be on any road that's in America.
It would own the
okay,
roads.
this has to be street legal. That's the only caveat I'm going to throw in. I'm sorry.
He already made up the perfect vehicle.
I was on board until it's no longer street legal.
I know what you could do.
Take away the 4 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Take
Problem
away
You
the
can
4
add
feet.
like a foot. Make it a wide body.
No, take away the 4
Okay,
feet.
okay.
I'm still good with that. All right. So 20 feet long, same width. I want 4 kayaks in the back. I want 4 seats up front. I want surround sound. I want a big screen in the back seat. I want LED lights underneath it that flash when I go above 10, 20, 30, and 40 to different lights. So as I'm driving through different areas, there's different lights. And between like 28 and 31, there's 2 different lights. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Good.
What about 50, 60, 70?
There would be different lights. I would have.
Oh, okay.
I would have 140 different lights. That's how fast I would be able to go.
Okay.
That's so many fast.
Yeah.
I think that I would like to have just pretty much any of the vehicles that they made on Pimp My Ride, except them actually working, fully functioning the way that they thought that they were supposed to on the show, and not just like the little show clips of like, here's a pizza oven in the back of your car. I hope you're going to love it, dog. Oh my God, it's on fire. Like,
I heard you like pizza, so we stuck an oven in the trunk.
it's your boy X to the Z exhibit.
Whoa.
I heard that you like
That wasn't the same guy, was it?
I heard that you like candy canes. Well, here's your car. It's striped for you. Trunk's full of candy canes. Enjoy it.
And
The
paint
motor
on it
still
takes-
don't work in it.
Still looks nice. Here's
the-
your candy canes.
But I can't get in the door.
But it looks like candy canes. Good job with your exhibit car. And it don't drive still, and it'll blow up if you try to make it. That's literally what happened. But yeah, I want
And
one
the
of those.
paint tastes like peppermint.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a lick. It'll be great.
I don't like peppermint. I like spearmint.
Well, that's why we put a spear on the front of your peppermint car.
And it's meant for you.
Whoa.
That was a good tie-in.
No, I don't know. That's the only thing that I could think of was something wacky like that. Because in my car, if I was wanting it, I would want something wacky and unpractical, but yet I would find a reason to use it, like a pizza oven, and like those little portable pizza ovens that they make. I'd love one of those.
So you'd be the super exhibit. You'd be the one that heroes come to make the cars for,
Yeah.
based on some very small part of their life, and you make their vehicle for them.
And it really wouldn't have to be anything super amazing for my television show that would spawn from it called Super Pimp My Ride,
Right,
or
of
Pimp
course.
My Super Ride.
Okay, there we are.
Part 2.
I love the 90s.
I hear your alias wears blue jeans all the time, so we upholstered the whole car in denim.
There's so many pockets.
All of a sudden, all the moose come out of the woods, and you see these guys in red hats peering over at the full jean car.
Here,
What do you have over there, eh?
here, come
got
sit
quite
on
a-
my couch.
You got quite a beauty, if I don't say so myself.
What you got in the boot there?
It's
What book?
huh?
Where'd the,
The
book
book?
come from?
The boot.
The boot.
What you got in the boot there?
Alcohol.
It's
Boots.
filled with alcohol.
The alcohol boots?
DOS
No.
boot.
Back
You're
me
talking
up.
about DOS boot.
So my superhero vehicle, super vehicle, would be a VCV.
Absolutely.
Just, look, I've got a disease in me where I love vans.
I'm sorry to hear this.
I'm not ashamed of this one. It's better than Lyme disease because that's a dormant threat to my everyday existence. I could all of a sudden bust out in Bell's palsy. It's crazy.
It's better than Stone's disease, though.
It is.
Yes.
It is. At least I won't get dysentery.
Because he'll swing on you.
Exactly. So it would definitely be a VCV, and it would be Muso Black, which is the darkest color you can possibly get in this
It
world.
absorbs all light.
I
That's
think it's
darker
like
than Vanta Black?
It is. It's like 3 steps darker. How? Yeah, it's crazy. There's a YouTube video where a guy paints a room in it and puts a single light bulb. It's nuts. You should look it up. Anyway, it would be that color because it absorbs like 99.97% of all light. And it would have these wheels that are made of metal because now I don't have to buy tires.
Bingo.
They would be treaded, so I could, go on roads and actually have traction. But there would be a button on the dash where you just boop, and then spikes shoot out of the wheels, and now I can drive on any surface because my VCV would also be 4-wheel drive.
With spike wheels.
With spike wheels.
So you have to eliminate things that are not street legal on Marshall's side of things, even though he has Marshall moral laws.
They're not always spike wheels,
Oh.
just in difficult terrain,
When he
or if I
presses
need to
the
drive
button.
up the side of a building.
So just like the idea of having underglow LED lights on your car is illegal, it's really
only certain
illegal
colors.
if the cop sees it.
Well, it's only certain colors, and you can't have them on the front, but they can be on the sides and the rear.
I'd have every color.
Just as long,
Even this black you speak of that absorbs all the light.
yeah, 99.9% of the light, just like you would absorb 99.9% of those hands if you kept dysentery.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is I can absorb 99.9% of your bullshit. So, okay, in addition to the spike wheels, I would have room enough seating for, a lot of people. I could carry, let's just say, 12 to 14 people in this boy.
That's a van.
Because
That's more than
it
10
is-
people.
that is more than 10. It will be slightly longer than my actual MCV, which is one of the big boys. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, what more do I really need? Guns. It needs guns in the headlights. There will be a toggle switch, not a button, that allows the headlights to drop, and a pair of secondary headlights pop out. And then guns are behind the primary headlights.
And you could have a twist dial over where your headlight operation is, so you can twist it even further, and that activates a joystick, and then that turns it into lasers that guide where the bullets are going to go coming out of your headlight mechanisms.
Yes, absolutely.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I think I will, because if we equipped this podcast with a joystick that made laser sights happen, it would guide you straight to the end of the episode. And thank you all for listening to us on iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and all the other ones. All the other ones.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one. And if you go into iTunes and you notice that they have 5 stars there, you can pretend you're, 5-star man or super 5-star woman or just the 5-star if
And
you
pick
feel
your
like.
favorite star and click on it.
Yeah, and everyone knows 5 stars. Favorite 5-star is,
5 stars,
5
right?
stars. So do that. Pick all 5 of them.
And if you're going to be getting on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can type in @NerdGrapevine and you will find us. If you would like to go to our Patreon account, it's going to be Best Friends period, Tiny Ink period, and that's going to be something where you can go and donate a little bit of money if you would like to, and you will receive a limited edition Nerd It Through the Grapevine sticker. It is a holograph. It is limited edition, and it looks pretty snazzy. So, and also, before we get to keep going on this, I'd also like to holler at K-Dell on our Discord server, because I just, as of today, found out that is Otto, and thanks for joining us, buddy. I'm so glad you listen in.
Heck yeah.
Also, we're on Discord,
And Discord.
and you can get on Discord you can get on our Discord server. All you have to do is open your Discord app, click the magnifying glass, and there'll be 3 lines in the top right of your search bar.
It's called a hamburger menu.
It is a hamburger menu, yes. It does not have cheese. And you will click on server, and you will search for our server, Nerd It Through the Grapevine podcast. And that's how you can get in there if you're on Android. Unfortunately, if you're on an iOS device, you'll have to do it through the browser. And you go to the home menu, and there's a search for public server. That's how you can get on there.
And that's where you find the cheese.
That's where you find the cheese.
I have no good information to add.
Well, it was fantastic having you back, Rooster. I hope I never
I'm so
see you
glad you're
again.
here.
And since you are here with us today and it is a joyous occasion, I'm just going to let you tell me. Rooster, when life gives you grapes,
You get your dick back.